Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now really mixed signals coming out of the Trump. He's back down from sacking Jerome Powell, and there's also whispers coming out of the White House that they are looking to de-escalate the issue with China. Right, so no surprise, the shock and awe rejigs the market, throws everything into chaos, and we're now sort of back potentially where we started. Okay, they're still got to work out a deal with China, but looking at the markets, right, the mixed news, the market doesn't really know what's going on, right? Is there a deal with China, or is it the fact that they're not going to sack the Fed chairman Powell, right? So to me, it was a situation where if you don't really know, there's two sort of confronting things, then it doesn't make sense, right? Like to me, on both levels, the safe haven trade unwinds, which we did see, but then they came back buying Swiss and buying yen. This sort of confirms to me that we don't really or can't confidently say what the hell is going on. Now, just looking at today's live trade signals, right? A really mixed bag here, or really sort of fine-tuned bag, I should say. Um, Now, bearish for Aussie CAD and Aussie Kiwi. Now, mixed signals here on Aussie Kiwi. I probably with that, I wouldn't be so sure, but sell signal here on the long term Aussie and Aussie CAD, right? But this is the thing, right? When you're looking at the trade signals, I'm looking at the market. Now, the Aussie, okay, if there's a de-escalation with China, it should rally, right? The whole situation with the US dollar, though, the US dollar rallies and pushes the Aussie down. So maybe that's why it's not moving just at the moment, because it's not clear. But the signals are still there, right? That's what's coming up. If you scroll down, and I really like the look of this because it tells me that the whole system is working. There's uncertainty across the board, all these instruments, right? The mixed news is discombobulating everything, right? And it makes complete sense that we don't know, which side to hit of the market because, I mean, who does know, right? This is an objective table. We can see that the Aussie is in the firing line, but you know what? Doesn't match up with the Chinese news potentially. Anyway, it's enough confusion there to sort of really sort of hold you back a bit, or at the very least, um, you know, reduce your trade size. Now, US equity markets up. Have we got a risk on day? Well, I tell you what, we've got a weird as hell day. We've got euro and sterling going down. Then we've got Aussie Kiwi going up with all the dollar pairs, right? So that sort of works. That to me is the China data, right? The Chinese news. I just can't sort of get it out of my head. I've been waiting for, an escalation with China, not a de-escalation. So we're going to wait and see. We're going to see what China says. It may be the White House saying, yeah, we want to do a deal, but China might go, you know what, we're not dealing, right? So, commodities having a really good day. Once again, if there is a deal with China, that is good. An unwind of the safe haven trades overall. Aussie, as I was saying, is sort of going up overall. Long term, it's still going down, but short term, it's having a great old day, right? Not really going anywhere, but just not as under as much pressure as usual. So that's it for us. I mean, there's not much coming out as far as news. It is the sort of last week of the month, just about. So you have a look across the board. We've got like second, third tier numbers. Nothing that's really going to change things, right? So that really does allow, this week could be really good technically. We've just got to work out what the news is, right? Is it good dollar or bad dollar? Hard to say at this point, but I tell you what, it should work itself out by the time we finish the North American session tomorrow. And then, you know what, we can really start to sort of nail some of these trading opportunities, especially on the crosses. The live trade signals are firing on all cylinders. And you know what, if everything lines up, tomorrow we should have a lot more instruments here, right? So let's just see how that plays out. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.